Welcome, everyone. This is Brad Matheny. Today is September 26th. The markets have about 20 minutes to go before they close. I wanted to take a few minutes to highlight some of the pure alpha trades and show you how this works. It's part of the new MENT.com LiveTrades feature. These are ranked some of the best trades in the system, so it's very easy for you to find great trade setups using this. And I figured I would do this maybe every Monday or Tuesday, highlight what's going on. I just did my weekend updates, full of great information. You have a ton of information. I'll show it to you here in a minute. If you don't know how this works, you create your free account, go to ment.com, create your free account. You can do it there or here. And what it'll do is it'll allow you then to log into the system. Once you log in as a member, you have access to the book, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Future, How to Survive and Profit from Bear Market Cycles. You have access to live trades, end of day, and you have access to TradeTank.com, which is where I post the member updates and comments. So you click on live trades, end of day, and then click on live trades, end of day again. And you are now, let me shrink this down a little bit. Well, that's okay. You can see it. You're now into live trades. At this point, you can access the weekly video, which is updated every Sunday. I actually do the work on Friday and Saturday and post everything up on Sunday. And you can also get to the weekly summary, which is where I post all of the updated critical information, charts, content, and everything. This is probably a dozen plus charts, the real estate research, the custom indexes, the gold commodity updates, everything is right here. So now, this is a lot of good reading, and I have to spend time doing this every weekend for you guys, and partly because I love it, but partly because it keeps you better informed. So now let's go ahead and go to the Reddit list, and then we're going to go to Pure Alpha. We're going to take a look at some of these charts. So AVCT is a little 31-cent chart stock. It's fairly moderate here. You can see we are long. It has been doing pretty good, except for this 1 year, 2021, where it looks like it pulled over. But if you take a look at this, remember, you can see down here in the chart that it's fairly volatile. It's been in a very severe downtrend. So remember, when you're taking a look at some of these trades, you need to pay attention to two things. You need to take a look at the short-term rank and long-term rank. Those are going to give you an idea of price volatility. And then you need to look at the annual data here to determine how well the system is performed annually. So it's holding up okay at 1.5 of the last 6 trades, but you have 11 to 20% volatility with ranking, short-term ranking being positive. So you need to understand that you're going to be looking at some pretty big volatility with this potentially. Okay, with BE, the next trade in the list, we're up 2%. Looks like it's holding its own. It won 6 of the last 6 trades. It's got the volatility, the short-term rank, long-term rank are both positive. That's great to see. Historically, it's performed very, very well. It hasn't hit any targets yet. It's only been in the trade for about 3 days. So we've already got 2% profit. Next trade is FDX. It's been in the trade for about 6 or 7 days. It's getting close to, I would imagine, the target. We have a hard protective stop level right now that's below our entry level, and we've already got 12% profit in the trade. Ranking is very good, even though it's only one of the last 6 trades. It's ranking relatively high in the positives, high confidence, and this would tell you that we're basically looking at about a 8 to 14% average volatility with FDX right now. It historically hasn't performed very well, but this is proving out to be a very good pure alpha trade right now. And then we have RC, which is a current trade. It's only about 3-4 days old. It already has taken its first profit target. It's got moderately strong ranking. Looks like volatility is going to be between roughly 6 and 7.5%. It's been moderately consistent the last 3 or 4 years. It's up 13%. So understand we've already taken our profit target for half at 11.70. We shorted at 12.50, and our last price is 10.84. We have a current hard stop at 1232, which is below our entry level. This is looking like a great trade. I've shown you very clearly how Pure Alpha is just so far hitting it out of the ballpark, except for this one little stock here. So now let's go try the hot shots. We'll go to Pure Alpha, and we have another little penny stock, 28 cents, A-Core. It's up 0.38%. ARKQ is up 0.45%. Haven't hit our targets yet. These are only, both of these were trade entries at 923. You can see the ranking, 7, and here 5. So this gives you an idea of volatility. This would be about a 7 to 8% volatility. This would be a 5 to 6% volatility. Consistent, okay. The consistency is okay. Here's Cisco from 921, about 6 days old. It's up 2%. We don't have any stop level yet. Ranking is telling us about 8.5 to 10.5% volatility. So we'll see how that plays out. Still up 2%. Fuel cell, F cell is minus 0.56%. We've got very high ranking. This looks like it can be fairly volatile. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, you can see here it can be fairly volatile. We've seen 100% moves here, just down here near this bottom. We are currently short. So we're short. The trade trigger was 923. Let me go back here. And fuel cell, this has been updated 0.56. So long and short of it, it hasn't performed very well. It's won 2 of the last 6 trades. It got extreme ranking and volatility. This is something you would probably want to trade a smaller portion of your capital with, just because these huge numbers here and this rotation in price here. It can be a big winner, but you don't want to really allocate all of your eggs in one basket here. HBAN, Huntington Bank Corp, very low price stock. I just entered a trade, looks like today. Yep, today. It's up 0.08%. Nice and consistent with good solid volatility. Nice and solid consistency historically. Looks like it's reported twice here. I'll have to fix that. But it looks very solid. LPX up 2%. Nice consistent volatility. 3 of the last 6 trades are winning. We've not hit our first target yet. Penn, 1.13% profit. Remember, these are just only 3 or 4 days old, really. Again, very solid ranking. That's what we want. PG&R is up 0.77. It's a new trade today. We've got moderate ranking, 2 of the last 6 trades. Because of this, I would say that we probably want to reduce our allocation a bit, maybe only 50 or 60% allocation. It still ranks well enough, but it just doesn't have that consistency that I would like to see. Post is up 1.16%. Now remember, these are all new trades, so we don't have a lot of profit in them yet. Consistency is fairly good. We would want to keep that in play. Ranking is fairly solid, showing us about 7 to 12% volatility in the trade. It may hold up really well. QCOM is a new trade today, 0.67%. Good solid ranking with 4 of the last 6 trades being winners. RDN, 10 and 8% ranking, very solid with a bit of volatility. We're up 2%. Snap is a trade just 4 days ago, up 0.19% with moderate volatility, somewhere between 6.5% and 13%. You can see it's been a little all over the place here with the one trade in 2020 making the bulk of the profits. I would still probably cut this down to about 50 or 60% of my equity of trading it. SYF is up 3%. The trade is from about 6 days ago. Good, consistent ranking. Moderate volatility. Hasn't made a lot of money, but started to make some money this year. Because of this ranking, though, it's fairly high on the confidence factor. T, which I believe is T-Mobile or AT&T. 19%, 14% for the last 6 trades. Again, kind of all over the place. Is making good money this year. It's up 1.29%. Walmart is off, I believe this is Walmart. Let me take a look. Western Alliance, never mind. Is off 1.12%. has fairly high ranking. It's very good consistency. We'll see how this plays out. Western Digital Corporation is up 1.39%, has good solid ranking. It's at $32. With this ranking level, this is telling us this is moving potentially $6, $7 at a shot. Consistency has been 2021 was weak. 2022 is holding up okay. Won 5 of the last 6 trades. So that's holding up okay. And we have ABC up 2.26%. Already hit our profit target. Good solid ranking. 3 of the last 6 trades. Doing okay. But remember, look at this and look at the ranking. So it's been averaging about 5%, 2% to 5% a year. But the volatility shows us 10 to 14%. So this is something you'd probably want to, again, cut your allocation level down. And what do I look for is anything really above 10, 12% in the ranking level. That means that I want to be cautious of how much volatility there is in this trade. Wells Fargo Corp has a 5 and a 3, very low volatility. It hasn't been performing all that great. Won 3 of the last 6 trades. It's already up 3.32%. So when you consider, you look at this, I mean, really, what do we have? We have one trade here that's minus, that's only 3 days old. We have everything else is relatively positive. This one's flat, H-band. This one's negative by 0.5%. And if you were to actually allocate your capital across, say, 5 or 6 or 10 of these of your choice, you will remember that your capital would only be deployed as 1/5 or 1/10 of this. So this 2% gain would really be 0.2% gain. But the point I'm trying to show you is how this pure alpha actually delivers great results. So look here, IYR trade of 6 days ago, 3% profit. We're only in the trade, 5 of 6 winners, 7 and 8% profit, holding up okay. Really quite nice, actually. OIH trade is only about a week old. It's already got 13% profit. Volatility is 21 and 18, so I'd probably cut this down to about 30 or 40 or 50% of my capital, because that volatility could be slightly dangerous for you. But we've already hit our first profit target. We've got a protective stop level that is below our entry price, and we're looking at about 13% profit in the trade. We have TAN, which is a new trade as of last week, 1.28% profit. Volatility is 11 and 10, which means that because it's a $74 stock, that means we're looking at $7, $8, $9 maybe in volatility. It's been holding up okay. 4 of the last 6 winners right here, 6 trades are winners. This is something I'd have some moderate confidence in. Because of the ranking and because of the historical performance, this is something I would maybe consider full allocation with. XLE, 13 and 7. So smaller ranking numbers, smaller volatility. It's a $70 stock. This is telling us this is a 3 to call it $7 swing trade. Generally, we've already hit our first target right here, our first profit target. This is only about 5 days old. We've already moved our stop to below our entry price. We've got almost 11 or 10.5% profit in the trade. XLU is a $70 stock. We are short from last week. We're plus about 2%, 9 and 5% ranking, which tells me about 5.5 to 10% volatility. So that's, again, about a $3.50 to $7, $8 volatility. We haven't hit any targets. We do not have any hard stop, and it's been moderately inconsistent. So I would probably want to cut the allocation down to about 50, 60% here. XME has good, solid ranking. This tells us with 5 of the last 6 winners here, this tells us that this is a good, solid trade. It's a $40 stock, moving roughly $2 to $4 or $5 in a swing. It has not been performing very well, but 2022 has been rock solid. This is something where I would probably, because of the price, I'd probably start looking at 60, 70, 80% allocation. It's a little over a week and a half old. It's already hit its first profit target, and because we're short, the stop level is below our entry price already, so we're guaranteed to lock in some profits there. And of course, XOP. This was, again, about 2 weeks old. It's got 15% profit target, or sorry, 15% profit in the trade. It's already hit our first profit target. It's got moderately solid ranking with 4 of the last 6 winners. It's been pretty darn consistent, although 2022 has not performed greatly. That means we probably had some volatility. I would suggest this is a very good trade, but because of the ranking and because of the price, because of the current position in the trade, this is something I'd probably trade 50, 60% of my trading allocation with. But again, Pure Alpha is doing exactly what it is supposed to do. Let's go take a look at, just for the heck of it, the foreign markets. This is a very short list, and let's see what Pure Alpha is doing. So we have INDL. It's up 2.74%, a trade just about 4 days ago. Ranking shows about 10 to 12% volatility. It's doing pretty good for 2022. Nice solid trade. Because it's a $45 stock and because of this volatility, I might only consider half or 60% of my allocation. VSS is up 1% from a $92 stock. It's got very low volatility, winning consistently 5 of the last 6 trades. And again, you can see here the volatility on an annual basis is very narrow. So this would be something more along the lines of 80 to 100%. I'd probably consider this for a trade. It's got very good ranking, in my opinion. Yin, the Chinese, I believe this is the inverse. So we'll take a look at this. So it's already reached its first profit target. Been in a trade for about a week and a half. We have a hard stop already at 51.37 below our entry price. It's got 12% profit in the trade. Very low ranking, won 5 of the last 6 trades. It's been doing pretty well, you know, with regards to the annual basis. We had a minus 17% trend last year, so it didn't make any money in 2021, but it's building back right now, winning 5 of the last 6 trades with very moderate volatility. Let's take a look at this one, and you can see the trades here, 8%, 8%, minus 25. This was in a very short trade. This was probably a gap, 2%, 9%, and 0.72. So remember, I want to highlight this. If you're following my instructions, this would have been roughly 1/5 or 1/10 of your total portfolio amount allocated for trading, because you want to break these into individual slots. So hypothetically, if you had 100 grand allocated for trading, you broke it into 10 slots, you'd be trading $10,000 each. And because of that, this would only represent a minus 2.5% loss for the total $100,000 account. If you were to allocate a smaller amount, say 50%, because of your own concerns, this would only be a minus 1.25% loss. But now let's take a look at the chart. You can see yin is the bull 3x, and it's been trading very consistently to the downside. So we obviously in 2021 had some volatility. You can see we had 2021, the big ramp up, and then the selling with extended volatility. The idea behind the system is that we're trying to capture these strategic trades. So 2022 has performed better. It caught these trades. And let's see where that last 25% was. That was May. March, April, May. That's in this area here. So understand that's right in this area, this rotation where it probably got short. Let's take a look. Yep, it got short on May 10th and exited on May 17th. So got short on May 10th, which is right roughly there, exited back over here. So yeah, it's a pretty big move because this is a 3x ETF. If we were to come back and look at the 2x and go to Pure Alpha, these are a little bit smoother. 2.9% in DIG, 1.18% in UPW, UWM is up 1.4%, XPPE is up 7.96%, already hit a profit target. Pay attention to the ranking, so 12% here. That's telling you that this UWM has a range of between 9 and 13% volatility. This is telling us that XPP has about 8 to 12% volatility, and these are the only 3 trades. Oh, sorry, 4 trades. Every single one of them is a winner, ladies and gentlemen. That's the power of Pure Alpha. Pure Alpha takes the new triggers, which are all of these variant new triggers, and some of them are still very, very powerful. You know, here's CWeb. CWeb is already up 8%. It's only a couple of weeks, a week and a half old, but because the ranking system didn't qualify this as superior, it didn't put it in the Pure Alpha trade. Here's DGP. It's up 4 point some percent, won 4 of the last 6 trades. You can see it's been all over the place, but the ranking system wasn't positive, so it didn't fall into Pure Alpha. Here's DIG. DIG did fall into Pure Alpha because the ranking system is positive. MVV was a good solid trade. It took a new trade today, but the ranking system is negative. And you can see it's kind of been up and down, so we're not qualifying this as a great, highly ranked trade. UGL is moving positive. It's up 5%. It's a great trade, but because it wasn't ranked high enough, it fell out of Pure Alpha. ULE, -5, -3. It's up 4%. It has kind of been all over the place as far as trading results, but so far this is a very good trade. And these happen. But we're looking for the highest rank, the highest probability outcomes. We want to ignore the others. That's what Pure Alpha is all about. So when you come over here and you go to, say, the hot list, the core ETFs, Pure Alpha, the idea here is that we're going to catch the best winners, the best ranked systems, and only stick with the best ranked systems. So here we have, what do we have here? This one got out of a trade on the 19th. That's why it's still here, because it's a recent trigger and it is a high ranked trigger. IYR is a new trigger about 6 days ago. 3% profit, moderately highly ranked, doing very well. OIH is a new trigger about a week, a little over maybe 6, 7 days ago. It's up 13%, already hit the profit target, nice and highly ranked. TAN is a new trigger, 1.28 per about 6 days, 3 days old. It's already up 1.28%. XLE is a new trigger from 920. It's already up 11% and hit a profit target. XLU is up 2% just about 3 days ago and is nicely ranked. XME is about a week and a half ago. It's up 9.61%, already hit its profit target, stop levels below our entry price, nicely ranked, 6 and 9. That's a good number. If you can get this number under 10, both of them, then the volatility is nice and smooth. When you get like here you go. This is a good solid rank again. It's up 15% on XOP. And this is the power of Pure Alpha. You don't have to search for the best trade and try to use your judgment. You can take a look at this. So hypothetically, we look at a new trigger. Let's look at one that may have happened today. I knew there was one from one of the other lists. All right, so let's just look at this last one. So the trigger comes up. It's $115 stock. Entry price is $136.02. We don't know any of this. We do know the protection level and the ranking, but we don't know the hard stop. So we can come here and take a look at how it's done over the last couple of years. We can see that the ranking confidence level is 4 of the last 6 trades between 5.6 and 8.35 ranking. The way I interpret that is that it's holding up okay. We haven't seen great opportunity yet in 2022. We've won 4 of the last 6 trades. It's got a volatility rank of about 5.5 to 8.5%. And on $115 stock, if I were to allocate my $10,000 allocation to this, would I be comfortable with risking hypothetically, again, about $1,000, $800 to $1,000? If I am comfortable risking that, then I'll take the full $10,000 lot and go with it. If I'm not comfortable risking the $800 and say I wanted to only risk $400 on this trade, then I would cut my allocation in half to $5,000 into this stock, but I would still execute it because of the ranking and I would now be up close to 15% on my $5,000 with the profit target taken at 127.51. Current price is 115.08. Hard stop is 128.56. So we're almost guaranteed to lock in another 7.5–8% profit on this trade. So it's almost guaranteed to be a rock solid 8 to 10% profit on this trade, depending on what happens. How nice is that, guys? And remember, you can come get it right over here at MENT.com for free. Come get it for free. Okay? Come down here, learn what the value of MENT.com is. Come get all of my resources for free. All you got to do is create an account, log in, and start learning with it. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Markets are closing. Let's take a look at my server. Markets are closing down a little bit, but the S&P is still holding up above recent support. So we'll see how it plays out from there. Talk to you later.